Obi Wan Kenobi was definitely one of my favorite characters throughout the whole series. He's so wise all the time and makes the right decisions majority of the time. In this video, let's look at the entire life of Obi Wan Kenobi. What's poppin', guys? Hope you guys have an amazing day, and today for you guys we're going to be looking at the life of Obi Wan Kenobi. If you guys enjoyed, then drop a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. For now, let's jump into it. Now, first of all, there's many reasons I like Obi Wan Kenobi a lot. First of all, well, he is just so wise all the time, mostly never makes a mistake, and well, he's just such a good Jedi. And also, well, the beard. I mean, who doesn't love that beard? Okay, but enough of that, let's actually jump into it now. Obi-Wan Kenobi was born on the planet Stugin. At 6 months old, he already showed signs of the Force and was taken to the Jedi Temple in Coruscant. He was taught by Yoda of the Force with other kids his age. He was actually very reckless as a kid at the start, which is expressed by himself to Yoda in the movies. Though to the end, he matured and was made the Padawan of Master Qui-Gon. Obi-Wan and his master were once sent to a place to rescue a person called Satine. While Obi-Wan was getting her to safety from some rebels, he dropped her, which gave her a scar. He also then wanted to stay with her for the rest of his life, which was forbidden for a Jedi. He chose his path of a Jedi, leaving Satine behind after assuring her safety. Another time, he was sent with Qui-Gon on another mission to negotiate with the Trade Federation on behalf of the Naboo. It never worked and were instead hunted by droids but escaped by using one of the ships from the planet. They returned safely, but once they did, they realized Theed was taken over by the Trade Federation, which was where the Queen of Naboo is located. They saved Queen Amidala and went to Coruscant. As they left, they freed a bunch of pilots and fighters as well. While going back in a ship, they were attacked by the Trade Federation once again and knew they couldn't make it to Coruscant, and landed in Tatooine so they could get the parts they needed to go back to Coruscant. Obi-Wan stayed on the ship while Qui-Gon went to get the parts. He also brought back a boy named Anakin Skywalker who was more Force sensitive than any other Jedi, including the arguably the most powerful Jedi at that time, Yoda. While leaving, they were by Darth Maul. Okay, that was a bit cringy. I just tried to talk like Yoda since it came into conversation. Okay, whatever. Qui-Gon ended up fighting him and escaped. Once they went to their destination, they took Anakin to the Jedi Temple. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan believed that Anakin was the Chosen One, which was part of the prophecy saying the Chosen One would bring balance to the Force. Where have I ever heard Chosen One before? Definitely not in one of the best-selling books in the world. Mace Windu, another master Jedi and one of the best, changed the topic to saving Naboo again, as this was far more important at the moment. Once Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon defeated Darth Maul, but once again Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon fight Darth Maul, but this time something different happens. Darth Maul actually kills Qui-Gon. Obi-Wan, when now driven by anger and disbelief, cut Maul in half with his lightsaber. He then runs to his master, and Qui-Gon's last words were to train Anakin. Obi-Wan Kenobi then promises Qui-Gon to fulfill his wish and asks Yoda if he could. Yoda accepts uncertainly. Obi-Wan became a Jedi Knight, which means he finished being a Padawan and was awarded Anakin as his Padawan. As a young boy, Anakin respected and idolized his master Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan made Anakin go through a crystal cave where he would find an object that powers a lightsaber. Once during Anakin's learning years, he wanted to step away from his Jedi life, but changed his mind after an eye-opening mission alongside his master Obi-Wan. Their mission was to get some people to safety, but were unsuccessful, and Obi-Wan said there was nothing else they could do about it. Anakin questioned this, and they actually ended up saving the people. Though during this, Anakin was captured by the enemies. Obi-Wan went to rescue him, and they got out safely. But to the end, Anakin also saved Obi-Wan's life as well. The Jedi swooped in and put the battle to rest. Another time, Obi-Wan fell into a hole full of bad creatures, and Anakin saved him once again. Over the span of years, Anakin stopped idolizing his master that much. He got arrogant and stubborn. Later, Obi Wan and Anakin were once again sent to protect Queen Amidala. as it was believed that someone was trying to kill her. Later that same night, a bounty hunter used some creatures to try and assassinate the queen. Both the Jedi felt it with the Force and killed the creatures. Obi-Wan then jumped out onto a remote-controlled device the killer was using through breaking a window. Obi-Wan Kenobi broke the windows to get hold of it. The bounty hunter, though, shot the device and Obi-Wan was forced to let go. He was, however, caught by a speedster that Anakin used to come with. They caught the bounty hunter, but while interrogating her, she was shot by a toxic dart by a person wearing Mandalorian armor. Obi-Wan was sent alone to capture and find this killer. Obi-Wan believed the killer was at a place called Camino and went there. It was here that he found out there was a clone army being built for the Republic. And as he believed he was at Camino, he did find him. He came face to face with the person he was trying to find, Jango Fett. They soon collapsed into combat. And though the killer got away, Obi-Wan threw a tracking device on the killer's ship. This led Obi-Wan to Geonosis, where he was captured by and interrogated by none other than Qui-Gon's former master, Count Dooku. Count Dooku warned Obi-Wan of a Sith Lord in the headquarters called Darth Sidious. Obi-Wan, though, didn't believe him. Then Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Queen Amidala or Padme were going to be executed. They were saved, however, by Mace Windu and a whole lot of other Jedi and the Clone Army. This was officially the starting of the Clone Wars. Obi-Wan and Anakin battled Count Dooku, however Dooku was more powerful and experienced at that time. He sliced Obi-Wan's leg and arm and also cut Anakin's arm off. Yoda then arrived, who was actually Count Dooku's former master, while Dooku was still in the Jedi. Yoda was too powerful for Dooku and sent Dooku on the run. They all returned to the Coruscant, and it was officially decided that the Clone Wars began and started, which is expressed by Yoda at the end of the movie. Obi-Wan was then promoted to being a general, and Anakin was promoted to a Jedi Knight after passing his Padawan tests. Obi-Wan played a huge role in the Clone Wars by fighting Dooku and other strong Dark Lords. He worked closely with the Clone Army, especially Commander Cody. On another mission, Obi-Wan was sent to Mandalore, where him and Qui-Gon had spent a year and even met Satine here. He discovered a group called Death Watch, which has pacifist ways. Every time a person of the group was caught and to get interrogated, they would kill themselves instead of committing to questioning. This also once happened in front of Satine, and she got very upset as she deeply despised violence and unnecessary death. Obi-Wan also dived into combat with many of the members of the Death Watch in many situations. Once, missiles were sent to him, and he was able to get himself as well as Satine out of danger in the minimal time, just in time to save themselves. Obi-Wan then escorted Satine to the Senate to plead her case, but as he was doing it, a traitor on the ship took Satine hostage. Anakin saved Obi-Wan from making the choice and killed the traitor. Anakin was then taken to a place where he was tested to see if he was really the chosen one. One day, Obi-Wan felt a disturbance in the Force. It was because Darth Maul, who killed his master and who Obi-Wan thought he killed in Naboo, got robotic legs and was back alive. All he wanted was revenge. All Maul wanted was finding revenge, and he finally found Obi-Wan with the help of Savage Opress. Savage and Maul took a cheap shot move and beat Obi-Wan unconscious, as it was 2v1. But then another friend of Obi-Wan helped Obi-Wan up, and they fought Savage and Maul. Savage and Maul escaped, and Maul took over the planet of Mandalore and took Satine hostage. Obi-Wan was brought to him as well. Maul used the Force to kill Satine right in front of Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was shocked, angry, and horror-struck. Obi-Wan was escorted to a cell but escaped with the help of Satine's sister. Obi-Wan and the Jedi Master, Tip Lee, were sent to Mandalore on another mission. Obi-Wan hated going to Mandalore, but he had no choice. They then found Maul and Count Dooku. Mace Windu also arrived, and a huge battle emerged. Obi-Wan watched in horror as Darth Maul stabbed Tip Lee in the heart. To the end of the Clone Wars, Anakin and Obi-Wan helped Ventress get Quinlan Vos back as Dooku captured Vos and tortured him so much it turned him to the dark side. Obi-Wan and Anakin were sent to spy on Vos as he was ordered to kill Dooku. Sure enough, Voss spared Dooku and asked him where Darth Sidious was so that he could be with the man Voss respected. Obi Wan and Anakin got him back and arrested the both of them. Dooku, though, escaped, and Anakin and Obi Wan were sent to rescue Emperor Palpatine. While doing this, Anakin also defeated Dooku and killed him. They got the Emperor back to Coruscant, and Obi Wan was sent on a mission to hunt down General Grievous. Before he went, Obi Wan told Anakin about how proud he was of what Anakin had become and said, "Goodbye, old friend," which is a bold statement, as little did Obi Wan know that would be the last time Obi Wan would see Anakin as Anakin Skywalker. As next time he would be as with a black helmet and clothes and a red lightsaber, and yeah, doesn't that sound a bit familiar? Well, let's get into it. Obi Wan defeated Grievous in combat and killed him. Commander Cody, who was also on this mission, followed Order 66 when he then shot down Obi-Wan. This is probably the saddest moment of Star Wars, as all the clone army betrayed the Jedi and killed them. These orders were given from Emperor Palpatine, who was discovered to be the Sith Lord called Darth Sidious, who Dooku had warned Obi-Wan and the rest of the Jedi about. All the other Jedi died except for Yoda and Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was thought to be dead but really wasn't. Obi-Wan headed back to Coruscant where he met with Yoda and was informed that all the Jedi were wiped out except for the pair of them. Obi-Wan checked the security recordings to find out that Anakin killed lots of younglings. Obi-Wan was suddenly filled with pain. He went to hunt down Anakin and told Padme about what Anakin had become. He also came to the conclusion that Anakin was the father. He also came to the conclusion that Anakin was the father of Padme's unborn baby. Padme went to Anakin on a ship which Obi-Wan snuck onto, as he knew this would lead him right to Anakin. Then Anakin and Obi-Wan, who were once Master and Padawan, were now in combat, battling each other, in which is probably the best and most epic battle of all of Star Wars. Obi-Wan finally defeats Anakin. Obi-Wan did not have the strength and could not kill his former Padawan and friend, so he left him burning. Obi-Wan took Padme to a medical center where she gave birth to twins. She also died right after giving birth, but before, she told Obi-Wan the names of the twins. The boy twin named Luke and the girl twin named Leia. In a meeting with Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Organa, they decided they should separate the babies. The girl was given to Organa and his wife, who had always wanted to have a baby girl, and Luke was taken by Obi-Wan to his step-uncle Nut. The planet is called Tatooine. Obi-Wan stayed in the same area to watch Luke from far away, and even changed his name to Ben Kenobi. Obi-Wan asked Luke's uncle if he could train Luke to be a Jedi, but his uncle refused. Obi-Wan stopped using his lightsaber and did not use the Force much either. But then, once he felt a disturbance in the Force. It was because Luke was missing. Jabba the Hutt's men stole water from his uncle, and Luke went to take it back. Jabba the Hutt's men opposed him, but Obi-Wan took on the whole crew single-handedly. He carried Luke back, and this gave Obi-Wan courage to pick up his lightsaber and went back to his old Jedi ways. He talked with Qui-Gon frequently, as Qui-Gon learned to be one with the Force, which he taught Obi-Wan as well as Yoda before. Years passed and Obi-Wan watched Luke grow and grow. One day he saw Luke's piloting skills. He realized how similar he was to his father Anakin. This worried him greatly. Obi-Wan watched as Luke crashed his ship. He also took down some other raiders and took money from them to buy Luke his parts that he lost in the crash, which was returned by his uncle Owen. Once, a bounty hunter attacked Owens. Obi-Wan came to save him, but he was also attacked by the bounty hunter. Owens was pushed off a ledge, but Obi-Wan used the Force to bring him back to hold on to something, and still needed the Force to keep him up. The bounty hunter then attacked Obi-Wan again, and Owens was dropped. Luke caught Owens with the ship, and seeing Owens safe, Obi-Wan finished the bounty hunter off. Owens and Obi-Wan did not speak again. Another day, Obi-Wan saved some other kid, but got warned that Darth Maul was coming to Obi-Wan. Once Maul turned up, Obi-Wan refused to fight him, but Darth Maul figured he was there to protect someone. Obi-Wan immediately got his lightsaber out, and with 3 swings, he killed Maul. Maul collapsed into Obi-Wan's hand as he closed Maul's dead eyes. Sometime later, Obi-Wan saved Luke from Tusken Raiders and brought him to his house. Obi-Wan listened to Leia's message sent through R2-D2, and finally reveals that he is Obi-Wan Kenobi. He also tells him about all the things his uncle did not about how his father was a Jedi. He then lies to Luke saying that Darth Vader killed his father. Luke's uncle and aunt are killed and decides to help Obi-Wan to rescue Leia and hires Han Solo and Chewbacca, who fly them to Alderaan, which is Leia's home planet. As they go closer to the planet, they realize that Alderaan has been destroyed and it was actually a Death Star. They are pulled to the Death Star with a tractor beam, and they split up, and Obi-Wan went to turn off the tractor beam while the others go to get Leia, who is discovered to be on the Death Star. Obi-Wan then comes face to face with his old apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, who is now Darth Vader, as he turned to the dark side and was still alive. They had a battle, and Obi-Wan told Vader that if Vader kills him, he would become more powerful than he can ever imagine, as he would become one with the Force. Later, Obi-Wan sees Luke and the rest getting on a ship and shooting and giving cover for Obi-Wan to get onto the ship, but instead, Obi-Wan lowered his defense and let Vader kill him. However, Obi-Wan's body wasn't actually there, and meant he became one with the Force. Obi-Wan, though, continues to guide Luke with the Force. He also tells Luke to go to the Dagobah system, where he will learn from Yoda, who had went there for years and never returned. Luke sure does go and learns to use the Force from Yoda, but he sees that his friends were in danger and goes back to save his friends. Then Obi-Wan says that Luke is their last hope, but Yoda mentions Leia. Luke goes face to face with Vader, and he tells Luke that he is Luke's father, which is probably one of the most famous lines in the whole series, which says, "I am your father." Luke goes back to the Dagobah system to finish what he started and resumes his training. Luke also talks to Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan tells Luke about his true heritage. Obi-Wan then tells Luke that he has no other choice but to kill his father, and that his father became dark and twisted and there is no good left in him. Luke thinks otherwise and believes there is still good within him. Sure enough, Luke brings the light out of Vader, who kills Palpatine, but also dies himself. The rebels win the war, and to the end he sees Obi-Wan, who is one with the Force, as well as Yoda, as well as Anakin, but in his good form, of when he was still in a Jedi Knight. This is the entire story of Obi-Wan Kenobi. We have seen Obi-Wan from when he was still a Padawan learner, to being a Jedi Knight, to a general, to a wise old man, and finally being one with the Force. He is personally my favorite character in the whole series, and I'm sure no one in the series equals as much favoritism for me than him. He was so wise throughout his life and went through struggles. He was kind, loving, brave, and a great master.